First man opened his eyes in the garden. God brought the beast to him. And whatever he called them, that was their name. Lion, serpent, lamb, wolf. Back then, names still told the truth. Yeah. Adam stood barefoot with the morning stayed clean. Mud in his ribs and the world still green. God said, look, and the animals came one by one waiting for a name. He saw the lion and called it strength. Saw the lamb and called it safe. Saw the bird and named the sky. Saw the oxen named the weight. No mask yet, no court yet, no blood crying from the dirt. No mouth saying I was hungry with a brother in the earth. The wolf walked by with a shadow in his jaw. Adam looked close and named what he saw. Not cruel, not cursed, not hiding in shame. Just wolf, and the wolf did not argue the name. Back when names told the truth. Back when teeth didn't preach. Back when hunger had a border. Back when fruit stayed on the tree. But the garden got quiet and the language got torn. Now the wolf says I'm wounded and the snake says I'm warm. Adam named the animals, but we named the fall freedom. Now every beast got a testimony, and every cage got a reason. First lie came dressed like a question with shine. Did God really say with the blade in the vine? Wasn't just fruit when the teeth broke skin. It was language learning how to sin. It became shame, hiding became wise. Blame got born in a husband's eyes. Woman said serpent, man said bride. Everybody pointing where the wound could hide. Then Cain in the field with a storm in his hand, killed his own blood and called it a plan. God said where? Cain said me. First to the wolf with the theology. He didn't say murder, he said not my role. Didn't say envy, he said check my soul. Didn't say blood, he said I got pain. And the ground kept screaming his brother's name. Back when names told the truth. Back when teeth didn't preach. Back when hunger had a border. Back when fruit stayed on the tree. But the garden got quiet and the language got torn. Now the wolf says I'm wounded and the snake says I'm warm. Adam named the animals, but we named the fall freedom. Now every beast got a testimony, and every cage got a reason. What does lust call itself when the room gets dim? Not lust.
I just needed to feel like him.
What does greed call itself with the Bible raised?
Not greed, I'm just walking in faith.
What does pride call itself with the doctrine in hand? Not pride.
I'm the one who can finally stand.
What does fear call itself when the door stays shut?
Not fear.
I'm careful, I know what's up. What does despair call itself in the bed all week? Not death, I'm just tired, let me sleep. What does rage call itself with a shovel in flame? Not rage, I'm just telling the truth by name. What does the screen call itself in a lonely man's room? Not altar, just private, just human, just cool. What does the girl call the cage when the rent comes due? Not cage.
I chose it, what else could I do?
What does the scholar call hate with the footnote crown? Not hate, I found proof, now write that down. What does the preacher call theft with the organ loud? Not theft, sow seed, make your father proud. What does the skeptic call ache when the stars get wide? Not prayer, just neurons asking why. What does the wounded call harm when the blood hits stone? Not sin, I was hurt, leave me alone. And what do I call myself when the room points back? Not wolf, just a man with the gift for fact. Not proud, just a mouth full of holy concern. Not fire, just watching the wicked burn. But truth ain't truth if it only names you, and fire ain't clean if it won't burn through. If Adam named beast by the breath God gave, then what do I call this thing I saved? The first man named the animals. The fallen man names his alibis.
The serpent does not say serpent.
The wolf does not say wolf.
The grave does not say grave.
The cage does not say cage.
And the sinner does not say sin.
Until mercy makes the room safe enough for truth. Then Christ came walking with the language broke. Word made flesh in a world of smoke. Not an idea in a clean white room, but blood in the body in the borrowed tomb. He saw the wolf and he didn't blink. Saw the lamb's blood wet by the kitchen sink. Saw the fangs, saw the wounds, saw the story rehearsed. Saw the hunger, saw the forest, saw who got hurt. Wolf said, I'm lonely. Christ said, I know. Wolf said, I'm hungry. Christ said, I was low. Wolf said they named me wrong from birth. Christ said, then tell me why there's blood in the dirt. Snake said, I'm wisdom. Christ said, you're theft. Grave said, I'm final. Christ said, not yet. Shame said, I'm honest. Christ said, you lie. Pride said, I'm righteous. Christ said, then die. And every false name started started losing its skin. Freedom was chains, healing was sin. Power was hunger, truth was a knife. Death was a door getting robbed of its right. Back when names told the truth. Back when teeth didn't preach. Back when hunger had a border. Back when fruit stayed on the tree, but the garden got quiet and the language got torn. Now the wolf says I'm wounded and the snake says I'm warm. Adam named the animals. Christ names the dead breathing. Calls the grave an exit. Calls the loser worth retrieving. So name it right. Name the room. Name the rot in the rented bloom. Name the phone with the cracked up glass. Name the scroll with the hate attached. Name the bed with no home inside. Name the prayer that got sold as pride. Name the smile with the meltdown teeth. Name the wolf with the lamb beneath. Name the preacher charging sheep. Name the scholar reading cheap. Name the atheist hurt by fraud. Name the Christian hiding from God. Name the mother swallowed by night. Name the boy who survived by slight. Name the barrel lowered an inch. Name the grace that didn't flinch. Name the wound, name the choice. Name the hunger, name the voice. Name the blood, name the cost. Name the thing you broke and lost. But don't stop there, that ain't whole. A name can cut but it can't make home. A verdict can expose the bone, but only love can call it known. So when the wolf finally drops the plea and the snake stops quoting liberty, and the loser stands with no defense, and the whole room smells like consequence, Christ don't say you were never wrong. Christ don't say you were clean all along. Christ don't say your teeth were fake. Christ don't say your wound was great. He says I know, now come. Adam named the animals, but Christ names the ones who fell. Calls the filthy out the mirror. Calls the prisoner out the cell. Calls the wolf from out the forest. Calls the liar from the door. Calls the sinner from the sentence. Calls the dead up from the floor. Adam named the animals before the world learned blame, but the lamb came back bleeding to give losers a name. Not clean, not proud, not safe, not done home. The first man named the beasts, the last Adam named the lost, and the wolf, for the first time, did not call himself hungry. He answered,